How's it sound now that I'm unmuted? Got a little balance. Gonna give you some ASMR from my can of carbonated water. Nice balance. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Well, let me do one more thing before we pop into the picture where I have lost the window. Bear with me one moment while I find Discord, because we are actually having a chill hangout session, and my friend Hipster Harbinger is going to be with us too. You should be able to see me and hear him. Hi! Music's a little loud for me, so I'm going to just go to one earbud mode. Hello, 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 peoples. Thank you for the resub to the Zeldathon team. Let me see. I think we're good for camera angles of stuff. Welcome. Happy Friday afternoon. Those of you who celebrate Friday at the end as the end of the workday, welcome, welcome. And I have Hipster with me. Hipster is taking a little bit of time out of his day just to hang out with me and you. But I think so we can hang out because Hipster and I are friends IRL.
Rude.
So is Hipster loud enough? I have made him as loud as I can. I can try and make the music a little bit quieter if we need to make Hipster a little bit louder. So hello, 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 Unnatural. Hello, Britwa. You want to learn how to knit? This is not going to be a great stream for learning how to knit, but I have a lot of fun knitting, and it took me a long time to learn, and I learned really well from watching other people and having them watch me. And that's how I ended up learning, was from other people. It's a MoJo. Hi, Kane. I thought that we'd make a special treat together using my knitting machine, and I think it might be a nice little way to bring up also the AAPI Hate charity that the Zeldathon team has kind of gotten together. So, you know, just a few days ago there was a hate crime massacre in Georgia in the United States of America, where somebody decided to take a gun and shoot a bunch of people who the vast majority of the victims who have died from their injuries were of Asian descent. And that's kind of unacceptable because peoples is peoples. So to show our solidarity with our brethren that require some amplification of their message, the Zeldathon team has come together and said, not all of us are Asian American, not all of us are Pacific Islanders, not all of us are Americans even, but we think this is really important. And so if you can look right above me in Hipster, there's actually a little bar there, and I have on one of my many active tabs, let me see if I can find it, I have the Tiltify campaign up. Now, the Zeldathon team, together with our private solo streams contributing to the campaign, and then also from like the main campaign, we've raised over $5,000 in the past several days for this cause, for this effort. So it just goes to show that with a small amount of planning and a large amount of passion, the Zeldathon formula works. We bring something to people's attention like, hey, if you're looking for somewhere to donate some money, here's something that's really valuable and important. And right now, that really valuable, important voice is saying that it's not okay to bully, to execute hate crimes, including executions, of people who have different looking skin. And that particular different looking skin these days is the Asian skin and the Pacific Islander skin. Now, this gets under my very thin skin because my son is Pacific Islander. So I would really love to see this America be a society where he can be safe, because he's different. He's a person of color. So this hits me particularly hard, and I'm going to do a donation at the end of the stream. But you need to help me figure out how much I should donate. So we'll go by how long I can get the scarf to be and how many donations we get during my stream. And my cap is going to be $1,000 today. So I will match everybody's donations 1-to-1, and then I will donate $1 for every row of scarf that we finish before I'm done. And our hard cutoff is that I need to be done in time to go pick up my kid from school and start our weekend. So we are probably losing some frames. Oh, we're losing a lot of frames. Are we still?
Oh no.
We're dropping 30% of frames. Come on. The bar is off by a couple thousands. And we've gotten a donation. People's just donated $5 and says, don't have too much to donate. Unfortunately, I hope this helps. It does. You got the ball rolling, and $5 is gonna...
Everything helps.
Wait, did you hear a ping? I think that there's a ping from the overlay. So right now...
Oh.
Tell me what kind of color green you like, or something like a green that makes you think of walking through a forest after a rainstorm, or a green that makes you think of the sea after a lot of choppy waves, or a green that makes you think of Capcom. And I'll change which green we're using on the scarf to the green that you think of. Yes. Hi, Brother Oron. Yeah, so we've raised, so far the whole campaign, and it's too small really for me to read up there. It's like $3,500-ish. The overlay ticked up, yep.
$3,440.
Excellent. So everybody's been doing their part. I know that Shadow's raised over $1,000 in a stream. I know Duggernaut has also been doing his own streams, and he reached his goal of $400 already, and so he put in a stretch goal, and then he's now at $600 raised for the cause as part of the Zellathon team as well. A foresty green would be neat. Let's use this green. Is it light enough in here for everyone? Is this good? The Jackson parody in my ear is incredible. To Skippy, welcome! Welcome. Thank you for resubscribing to the Zeldathon community channel for 6 months. 6 years. Phalo green, right, Tank Striker? I don't know that I have a green that... Well, I have a sprucey green that's pretty deeply saturated. That would look good. But I'm doing green because that's the marathon. A Fantastic Journey is side quest. June's side quest subtitle is A Fantastic Journey. And we're talking about adventure and fantasy and green things. So it's got a green theme, and we're going to make a green scarf. Relius, welcome. Thank you for your resubscription to the Zellathon community channel as well. And hi to you. Yes. So I currently, as you may or may not be able to tell, am knitting with pink. That's because this is going to be a provisional cast on. I'm not going to keep this strip of yarn on the scarf, but I like to have a little bit a little something to work with to do my first row, because it takes a couple of rows to get the tension right on the machine, and I want to make sure that it looks nice. I'm going to send this scarf to Prize headquarters so that it can be incorporated into one of the side quest prize packs. So this scarf is going to be a gift. And we're going to shoot for 300 rows of scarf. That's a pretty good length scarf for generally, like, one size fits most. Hipster would look a little bit shortchanged of a scarf that short. But blame his genetics on getting to have a torso that requires at least a 7-foot scarf. Hi, Twister. Hi, Unnatural 20. Yes, I try and, I see your Bob Ross emote, and I try and channel the Bob Ross energy. Bob Ross is definitely one of my creative heroes. One of my childhood television watching heroes as well. I grew up with Bob Ross on the air because I'm a little old. And I remember watching him the first time around. And it was a special treat whenever we got to watch Bob Ross paint. You're knitting, and I look like the guy with the music box in Majora. Yes. I think it's Majora or Ocarina. It's one of the 64 games. Anyway, I have Hipster with me. We decided, wouldn't it be fun to maybe potentially have another voice, and then I've talked all over the whole thing. So how are you doing, Hipster Harbinger?
I'm doing all right. I was going to say, so what are you doing for your donations? Is it matching donations that people put in during the stream and rows that you get in?
Yes. With a max, I can afford $1,000. So right now I'm going to donate $5, and nine rows is $14. I'm going to send to API Hate I'm going to do it after I go offline, but I'll donate it to the campaign, so it will go towards the campaign progress. And then somebody else will be like popping off because the total went up a bunch. And it'll be like, but nobody did it during a stream. Oh, you know what? There's another stream tonight. There's an Among Us stream, and I will donate during the Among Us stream.
That's a good plan, especially given the fact that it's for our good friend Catherine's birthday.
Yes, happy birthday to Catherine. I call her my sister-in-law. There's nothing official. Don't get all twitchy on them and social medias. She's just a very special girl to me, and she's a very special girl to my brother, Doug. So let's do, there's 10 rows of that green, and now I am gonna pick a green because there's not a donation and because I want to. And
the reason I was asking is I'll join in with you on that. So.
Oh, you'll donation match? That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's super generous. So now you're getting 2-to-1 match. So Peoples, who's like, oh, I don't know if $5 is enough. That's already $15. Yeah,
exactly.
That's math. I'm gonna use this holly green.
We're getting set up for this, and I got a message from my boss that was like, hey, are you in the office today? Are you working today? I'm like, no. I got a vacation. It's like, well, I wanted to talk to you about a pay increase, and I was like, well, I guess that's worth my time. Well, let me log on to Zoom real quickly.
Yes. We were doing, sorry that we didn't start right at 1 o'clock. I was struggling mightily to make it so everything, 2 sets of voices and also music could all be simultaneously audible. And it took work to do that. It took longer than I anticipated. So I almost reset the counter. Ugh. Also, I have managed to tick up the counter 1 somehow, and so now I just need to remember that I have 1 fewer row than it says. Yes, there's going to be an Among Us stream tonight. Vidya James, Jamie, and Duggernaut are going to be commentating esports style. They will be watching the action and commenting, and I think they're going to be curating the content that's on the stream, so they'll be keeping track of what everybody's doing and how it's going for everybody.
Yeah, it's going to be very reminiscent of, we had a segment like that last marathon.
Yes.
So it's basically trying to recreate that if you've seen if you saw that segment, which was very good from last marathon.
Yes, and if you check out Zeldathon's TikTok, it's got some excerpts from that spectacular segment and some other side quest content as well. But today was Catherine getting a double kill on TikTok. It was very good. That segment was really fun. Yes, it was really popular. And can we give a quick shout out from behind the curtain to Esteban? Esteban said, I want to do an Among Us segment. It's going to take 10 people to do this segment because we want 8 players and 2 commentators. And it was like,
absolutely.
As a scheduler, it gave me a lot of heartburn. Oh, I have cookies. I'm going to eat cookies for every time somebody donates. I made curry with chickpeas, and so I had aquafaba. So I have made vegan meringues, and I think they taste almost right. They're close. Cookies. Yes, I've been on a staycation this week. I took the week off of work in order to get other work done. You know, welcome to adulthood. I'm like, I will get to this. I'll get to this later, but I need like some dedicated time. And I was like, I have to dedicate the time now. So.
Oh man, I took a day off from work. Time to get to Sink Zero.
Yeah.
And do all of my dishes that have been piling up, which is legitimately something that I did today.
Get to Inbox Zero. Get to, I had a bunch of mandatory trainings that I had to do, modules online for work, and I was going to start getting on the naughty list on the 31st. So I took the week off to really get a bunch of stuff done. And while I've been home, I decided that I really wanted to cook. And I cook sometimes. And so I made stuff, and I saved the aquafaba from making chickpea curry, and decided I would try and make meringues. And I think that I didn't have very much aquafaba, but I put in, I think, a little bit more cream of tartar than strictly necessary. So I think I can taste it like there's a little, maybe a little something on the palate of cream of tartar is a little bit too much of a strong note. But other than that, they're delicious, and Gus has given them the seal of approval.
Which is really the most important thing.
I tortured him all week this week because I made him try all the stuff that I made. I made purple sweet potato, and I mixed it up with a bunch of stuff. I put corn and black beans together with it, and a bunch of spices, and I made like Tex-Mex bowls, and I made tortillas from scratch, and he loved the tortillas, and he wanted to throw up at the sight of the black bean. I kept calling it succotash, but that's like a lima bean side dish. It was the protein, like it's this nice complex, complete protein of this beans and potato mix. And then I put fresh vegetables and avocado and sour cream and lime on that, and had that was one of the days. And then the second day was I made the coconut curry with chickpea, and that was vegan. Just because, not because like here I'm going to be plant-based X number of days in a week or whatever. It was just like, I want to try this recipe. If it's really good, I need to keep it in my repertoire, because some of the people that I love also are plant-based, and I would like to support them and feed them delicious food with my love language of cooking for people. And then I made, last night I made peanut sauce, and I made stir fry and fried rice. And so I stir fried, I made crispy tofu and baked it in the oven, and then I stir fried it up with the peanut sauce, and then I threw a bunch of vegetables in with that. I made fried rice, and I made Gus try the fried rice, and I made him try the peanut sauce, and I made him eat a cooked carrot, because I am a jerk. And
of course.
And he wanted to throw up all of those. And I said he had to try all of those if he wanted to try the cookies that I was going to make. And so he had the cookie this morning, because I baked them after he went to bed. So the tortillas and the cookies.
Did he say it was worth it?
He gave me a big thumbs up with his mouth full, so.
Alright, so it was worth it.
Yeah. Oh no, a cooked carrot. He says I don't like carrots. I made piccata sauce, which is basically lemon and butter pasta sauce. And he was like, I don't eat that because I don't eat vegetables. And I was like, what are you talking about? This is butter and lemon. He's like, and vegetable stock. You can't pull one over on me. And I'm like, I did that instead of water to thin it out and give it at least a little bit more complexity to the flavor. And he was betrayed by my trying to institute some vegetables in his career. Just ruin him with that.
Yeah. It's like when Ink is actually here and makes me eat vegetables.
Well, speaking of TikTok, I found a TikTok of somebody who's like, look, as an adult, I'm going to try foods that I refused to eat as a kid. I'm going to start with pickles. And I'm like, excellent. Pickles are delicious, in my opinion. And
Absolutely.
You picked a good start, like a straight up kosher dill pickle. And I was like, if you try this bite of food, I will let you watch this video of an adult trying food again as an adult. Because he tells me I'll eat that food when I'm a grown up. And I'm like, you better. Oh, I've run out of green.
Like, so the thing is when we had an extended period of time together and that was the case, like, she made vegetables and, like, I'll eat my vegetables up. It's just the fact that I'm lazy and don't make vegetables for myself. But, like, when somebody else takes the effort to make vegetables for me, it's like, oh, I'll eat them no problem. Like, nice. I have no issue with it. And, like, if I go to a restaurant and vegetables are included with my meal, it's like, absolutely, especially if they're, like, really good. But I'm just a disaster and don't make vegetables for myself.
Right. I'm not great. Now, I don't eat meat or fish, so I really need to, like, supplement my intake with vegetables. But right. I'm really, like, I travel for work, and so I'm eating out of a mini fridge. with a microwave some of the time. And that's like, if I buy groceries for the week, I get to have vegetables for the first 2 days, and then after that it's like whatever. Everything's rotten, and I can't buy groceries every day. That's not feasible whenever I'm in a work environment.
Right.
It would be exceedingly expensive for me to reach the delivery quotient for cost of groceries. So what I do for this is I have this bin, okay? It's a huge bin, and it's full of all of this same kind of yarn. This is the green yarn. I have a bin that's blue. I have a bin that's warm colors. I have a bin that's cool colors. And I have a bin that's like black, white, and gray. But anytime I get near the end of a ball of yarn of this particular yarn, I just throw it into this box. So I have no idea how long any of these pieces are, but they're perfect for making stripy scarves. And then it's like I'm being a good steward, and I'm using up my leftovers. Twister says, I try to put extra veggies in whatever you cook. Helps keep things from being boring. So true. I finally caved and tried that powdered whatever. It's called Enough, ENOF, and it's got a bunch of dried peppers and mushrooms and stuff in it. You can't taste it at all, and I put it in my breakfast shake, and it's more vegetables in my life than I was getting previously. So
Right, that's something that I've thought about, because I've been having smoothies regularly, and I've had many times that I've thought on that, and I was just I just need to get some vegetable that I can throw in here and still have it be the same level of satisfying to me.
yes.
And that's a very easy way to get vegetables in my life.
Thanks. I love my shirt too. I'm a big fan of Zelda. I like Majora's Mask. It's a really cool shape. I actually have a Majora's Mask hanging on my wall. It was it's actually got eye holes. I could put it on as a mask, but it's very heavy and very fragile. Made out of resin. So it depends on your blender, but I used to put spinach. I would throw spinach and a banana and some pineapple and yogurt into a smoothie and have that. But I had the kind of blender that could annihilate anything. I could will it blend an iPhone with it.
Right.
And then I just got out of the habit. I don't know why. So now I'm on an overnight oats kick. So you put rolled oats with protein shake, protein powder and other stuff together. And then as long as you remember the night before to put it in the fridge with 8 ounces of milk, you have a slurry that's got the reconstituted oatmeal in it, in addition to being a protein shake. So it has a little bit more staying power in my intestines than just drinking a protein shake. And it's got a lot of protein in it.
Right.
So it's super yummy. I've been
also,
doing that.
we have a new guest.
We do? Welcome!
Yeah, we have an Inca.
Inca, hi! Welcome to the party. I need to turn you way up, my darling.
Yeah, she's also
okay.
really quiet.
There you go. I doubled you. Next time we talk, it's going to be with my headphones. Welcome,
That's
Inca!
also probably because she's probably tired.
Wow.
Overnight oats are cool, but in the morning you always want cooked food. Nice. Yes. So you can put oatmeal and protein powder together into your oats and have it cooked that way if you choose. I also just like the convenience of grabbing a cup of stuff that I'm gonna have. I had to run errands this morning. I take my kid to school, go down and pick up cupcakes for Catherine's birthday party, and then come home in time for a meeting about tomorrow's stream. And in that time, I didn't have a dedicated time to sit down and have breakfast. But I drank my shake at a stoplight, and it was perfect. You have to try the protein powder. I got the idea from Simply Nailogical. So I have been using some of her recipes, and then also I tried she did a collab with Oats Overnight, the company, and actually tried her mint cookies and cream flavor, and it's pretty good. A cozy afternoon stream that you need while you're working. We're here to be great.
Welcome, Monica.
Background music, a little bit of chatter of friends, a little knitting machine ASMR, and then a lot of popping off just because we get to hear one another's voices and see you in chat and spend some time doing some good and encouraging you to learn a little bit more about AAPI hate and how you can support the kind of people that seek out instances of people getting mistreated and do something about it. The knitting machine noise is really good. I try to mitigate it a little bit by using my fancy microphone instead of my Yeti desktop just capture the whole room microphone. Oh, let's switch to this one. This one kind of makes me think of moss. It's kind of it got a lot of brown to it, but very warm green. Inka, how are you today?
I am tired.
Yeah.
See, I called it.
I finished a vaccination shift like about almost 2 hours ago.
Oh, nice. Now, are you administrating logistics of that, or are you actually also injecting into people's arms?
I'm not playing darts. No.
No.
I am the logistics and IT person.
Such an important job.
Whenever the program is like, no, I don't want to work, they call me and I make it work then.
That's amazing. And it's like the countrywide vaccine, like, documentation records, right?
Well, specifically for my zone. So, for my work, we're like divided up into a zone that has 7 cities/towns.
Nice.
And for those 7 cities/towns, we have 2 vaccination centers. One of them being coordinated partially by my coworker, one of them being partially coordinated by me.
Perfect. Also, thank you, Argetlem, for your resubscription to the Zellathon community channel. Appreciate that. 6 months. It's been subscribable for about that time. It's not like, oh, everyone has found Zellathon in the past 6 months. No, it's just this channel itself is new. And welcome back. Twister has donated.
Oh, how much?
Twister donated $10 and says, time for another cookie.
Cookie!
Yes.
Cookie time.
But yeah, I was telling MoJo that I heard from you at like 3 in the afternoon, your time, saying I'm just eating dinner or
I am
eating
finally
lunch.
eating lunch.
And I was like, oh, what are you having? And you're like, pasta. And then I was like, oh, what are you having with your pasta? And then I didn't hear from you for 3 hours. And then it's like, with tomatoes.
Hi,
I was
Liz.
like, man, I was just sitting with bated breath for 3 hours to know what else you had with your pasta.
You finally got your answer.
Yeah. And then I was also updated with the fact that apparently people don't know when to stop making small talk with her. Just like random people working at the facility. But also we joke a lot about the fact that I talk a lot and don't know when to shut up.
Same.
And then I was like, see, it's like me. You're talking about me. Just at me next time. And she's like, no, it's not you.
It's not you. You know when to shut up.
I truly don't think that I do.
Like, I'll be making small talk with one of the, like, non-medical volunteers there, and suddenly I get paged, or like, I get the walkie-talkie thingy, like, hey, you have to come here. and I go and I come back and people think, oh, it's fine to talk to her again, and I'm like, no, I'm doing something. I'm doing something.
Trying to be working. I need that sign on my back that says, I'm very easy to distract. Please don't talk to me. I have to get something done. Like, please do not tempt me with small talk. I have to finish my charts. Ugh. Next to this bright, very, like, primary green, this is so brown. But we'll put something next to it that's a... Maybe we'll do a reprise. Maybe we'll do revisit an old color. I want more of this brown again later. Maybe we could go with like a really dark green. Yeah. Please, I have no discipline. I'm not disciplined when it comes to making conversation. I will distract us both from achieving whatever it is that lets us go home from work.
Yeah, it's really funny to me because, like, it's more so once I get a topic or, like, somebody that I feel comfortable talking with that I'm, like, super talkative. Because I've had, like, some people that have been, like, really compartmentalized in my life where, like, people that only interacted with me in a group setting where I've been a good friend with one of the people in the group that I can, like, bounce off of, like, they can't believe that, like, I'm a quiet introvert sometimes, where other people who've only interacted with me in, like, situations mostly where it's like, you know, I'm new to the setting or I don't really know people, where it's just like, I don't really want to bother them. I don't really want to waste their time. They're like, they interact with me in those groups, and it's just like, whoa. Like, I didn't imagine that you were like this. Like, I guess I haven't had, like, a lot of opportunities to interact with Jamie. And, like, there was, like, one instance where I, like, jokingly popped off. And he's just like, I don't think I've ever seen you pop off at something. It's just like, no, it happens.
You must not be in the blessed few that get to see me in my full spectrum of experience. I'm like that too. I'm shy. I'm introverted. Not that you could tell when I'm in Zeldathon mode. Not like... this is kind of the best of both worlds. I am sitting by myself in my office, and I am occasionally making eye contact with the camera. But, you know, for those of you that don't know, I, like, plan my vacation time around getting to go to the same places as these people. Like, these are my friends. For real, for deep and sincere and complex and wonderful friendship. Welcome to Zeldathon Friendship. Limbear says, in the before times when I worked in an office, I'd tell my coworkers not to bother me if I had the code of wearing my headphones. I wish. But sometimes, like, I need to be able to hear what's going on around me. But I also don't have, like, a private... If I had my own office, I would just shut the door whenever I needed to be productive, and I would have the door open whenever that was less important. But now I share an office, so... And it's, like, paperwork gets kept in there, so... We have one of the printers that only ever prints certain documents. So people are in and out of that space all the time. And it's easy to distract me. Monica apologizes for being relatable. Oh, it's okay. I apologize for anybody who's like, you are very awkward in person. It's true. I am. It's okay. I acknowledge it. I'm not shy, I just don't have anything to add to the conversation. Oh, man.
Oh, absolutely.
Well, I have this name thing where I'm not as much in chat. I don't know, because I guess because it's reading instead of listening, and I'm occasionally a terrible listener. I don't... It takes me a long time to learn names for people. So, like, I have a coworker now that I'm like, afraid to try and get her on the phone because I'm not sure if her name is Carolyn or Caroline. And I know that it's one, but I don't want to use the wrong name persistently. Like, I don't want it to sound like I'm doing it on purpose. Like, I don't respect you. I refuse to learn your name, because that's super not it. I'm just dumb. Like, I just can't remember. And it's been long enough that I really ought to know her name by now. And I don't. So.
Yeah, it's kind of a similar thing. Like I've had a few instances where it's like, I've interacted with this person enough, but it's not been an interaction where, like, it's required saying their name. And it's just kind of like, oh, hey, like, you recognize the person and you know who they are. And, like, you probably know more about them. Like, you know a bunch of stuff about them, but you don't know their name. And then it's like, been interacting with this person, like, once a week for like several months, and like we've had like full-blown conversations about like what's going on in each other's lives, but I do not know their name and I feel awkward asking.
Gus appears to be the other kind of like extreme. Like, he'll come up to me and be like, hey, you remember our new friend Nate? I'm like, what? Who? What? Yeah, remember like 6 months ago, we were in a phone call and it was like 5 or 6 different people, and one of the people that you didn't know before was named Nate. And I'm like, never lose this magical power of yours. Just realize that you should truly only use it for good. You're going to make people feel so seen and remembered by being able to do this. And like knowing that, you know, Catherine, that's my Aunt Catherine, is spelled different than Catherine, my classmate Catherine. And it's like, you're so, like, I feel like it's me being not thoughtful for not knowing names. So the fact that I see you remember these kinds of details makes me think of you as being really thoughtful. So keep it. Argetlem says, I was playing Castlevania Symphony of the Night randomizer, came across an item you had never seen before in like 24 years of playing the game, and it was called MoJo Armor. I'm here for it. Liz says, I don't like interjecting or talking over people, and I'm a little shy, so you wait for a lull in the conversation to add to the topic. And then sometimes that means that you're reviving a topic that has been lost in the conversation already. Yeah. We refer to that as pulling a Laura, because my cousin used to do that, but she would wait till like an hour and a half later. And she'd be like, so this is what I think about that. And it's like, that was dinner conversation, and we have moved on to dishes. What? Oh, you're the only person that remembers that we were talking about that. So we refer to that as doing a Laura.
Yeah, like, I come from a family where basically if you want to be a part of the conversation, you have to talk over people, but also I don't like doing that, but also the habits are still there. So it's a rough combination sometimes.
I've lived with really good listeners before, and it's an exceptional skill. I've also lived in a place where, like, I don't know, this is a habit that I started, like, as a learner, that, you know, wait a little bit and then just whatever it is, like, volunteer for whatever task it is, or give an answer, you know, wait a little bit. If everybody else is just sitting there, then progress the conversation if you can. So I'm used to being the one who would, like, does that. And I do this in writing too, like Luke, Photoshop Luke, and I have become friends to the point where, like, we'll DM about stuff, and he'll ask me a question like, hey, just a quick question about something that I know you have some understanding about, and then, like, paragraphs of stuff. I just type and type and type and type and type, and instead of hitting period, I hit the enter, and so I make a new line of text. And then I'm like, oh, that's 15 DMs. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I'm like this. / you're welcome. I'm the same way in chat. Like, I'll have a lot of ideas all at once, and it'll become a wall of me text. And Catherine can see it from across the room. Like she can tell because my name length is kind of, I mean, it's persistent all the way down. Oh, the music stopped. Hello, cat. Let's restart the album.
Hello, I have thoughts about things.
Yes.
You have mentioned something that I have many opinions about.
Yes. Is that an example, or come here? We're gonna.
No, I'm just
We're blessed with a
I'm
cat.
summarizing.
Oh, I was gonna say you're ready to. Wow. We have been blessed with a tortie. We have 68 rows. Oh
Cat.
man, so close.
Cat.
Hello, my sweet. Does microphone pick up her rubber?
Hello, you have asked me a question about this, and I will give you basically every detail that I think that you might find even slightly interesting.
Even if I don't think you're gonna find it interesting, I'm just like, here's my fount of knowledge on this topic. Word vomit. I have a friend that texts like that. Yeah, I think a couple of my friends know that that's me. Like they'll get 5 or 6 pings in rapid succession. They'll see it's all from one person, and then they'll have to check and see which person it is. Oh, let's use this really bright green. We haven't used this one yet. Yes, that's my tortie girl. Oh, she's decided she lives here now. She's on my couch behind us. Are you? There. She doesn't like the wheels on the chair. That's my healthy cat. The other cat's on medicine for her. She has a conjunctivitis right now. So twice a day, I chase her down and I give her eye drops. And we're still friends because then I give her treats. No, I reset the timer. Shoot. Okay, we're writing this down. Hi, Luke. You have 9+ Discord notification. I'm one of those people. That's absolutely my style. That's funny. You're welcome. You're welcome. I'm sorry I'm like this. I restarted it at 68, but remember we had a spare one in there, so I have 67. So that's what I need is to get 233 will be 300. I was on row 68, but I had clicked it up one extra time earlier inadvertently. Yes, I'm one of those people. Yes. So now this is the real row 68. And then we'll do this one, and then we'll take pause. Everyone prep their Stemple Nices. There are 69 rows of scarf so far. So this is not enough scarf to be a scarf yet, but it's a start. I think I've done this to Luke as well. You can, if you recall, I will sometimes send a message and then I'll reconsider. So I will delete a DM and then you get the notice like, hey, somebody's DM'd you, and then there's no new message, and it's like, yeah, I changed my mind. Sorry. Organics, welcome. Thank you for your resubscription to the Zeldathon community channel. Where is... All of these windows look exactly the same to me right now. There we go. I want to make sure the tilt pipe back on top in case we need it. So we are also, the Zeldathon team has been wanting to share our vocal support for people of Asian descent and Pacific Islanders, saying that we don't think it's okay that you are discriminated against, targeted for hate crimes, etc. And we have been encouraging people to put their money where their mouth is about that topic by using the AAPI hate hashtag and incentivizing donations to that organization. So if you're interested, you are welcome to. I don't know if there's a command for that, moderators. But so far, the team collectively and in this format specifically has raised $5,270 in like a week. That's super generous, especially since it was not like, hey, save up, we're having a Zeldathon charity fundraising event. It's just like, oh, hey, this thing is very pertinent, salient now. This is current events. Let's show our current support for it. So, does that work? Let me try. I'm a mod, right? Does that do anything? No. Does this do it? There we go. Donate to hashtag Stop Asian Hate. Tiltify.com. Zeldathon stuff. Heresy. I know, right? It's good to be a moderator. It's a helpful strategy. Oh, Twister, you never gave me a color. Twister, do you want to pick which shade of green you would like? I've got some new ones. I've got this incredibly light one. I've got this other light one that I haven't used yet. It's kind of a tanny green. I've got this middling green that I haven't used yet. I've got this deep dark green that I haven't used yet. Ooh, that one might even be different than this one. Let's check. Yes, but almost oh wait, I typed A. No, you were autocorrected. That's not fair. These are you can tell in person, but you can barely tell.
Not the auto cucumber.
No. I think when I got this phone, I might have had to teach it the word autocorrect. Like it didn't come in the dictionary. Like this. You think I'm talking about ducks a lot, but you don't know the word autocorrect? You're killing me. The mid green, please. Middling green. Oh, let's find the end of it. Remember how I just toss yarn into this box kind of wantonly? Yeah. It's usually a tangled mess. Arget Lamb! Oh my goodness! Arget Lamb has cleaned up the total nicely to $5,400 with a $130 donation. Who needs forward planning? Not this guy. Not this guy. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. I'm gonna eat some cookies and tell me what green you want me to use, or if you want me to try and come up with a reason that the green is. See, I think that there's a little bling that comes with the donations that only I can hear. Yep. I did my taxes yesterday, and that's when I realized I'm behind on my annual donation goal for the year. Like, I set myself a budget of I want to donate this much money in this tax year, because that's kind of how I break it down on the calendar. I just use the calendar year. And then I take it to my tax professional who can make sense of all of these papers that say, this is how much money I have, and this is what I've used it for in the year, and how much does the government want from me? Because it's never how much does the government still owe me. It's like, where have I failed to catch up in terms of their expectation, in terms of percentage? And I was like, oh shoot, I need to pick up the pace a little bit. So that's why I have $1,000 to give by the end of March.
Gotcha.
Dealer's choice. Thank you, Arget Lamb. Luke, I hear a ding too, so if it's an auditory hallucination, we are both having it. It becomes less and less likely the more people can hear the sound. Same with Unnatural 20, here's a 2. So that's at least 3 of us now. Let's go to this middling green. So Arget Lamb donated $130. That means I'm going to donate $130, and Hipster's going to donate $130. So that's turned into $390 towards stopping Asian American hate. What's it called? Donate. Not dominate. Thank you. Hashtag
Dominate.
Stop Asian Hate. Yeah. These are just the tiniest bit sticky.
What is?
My meringues. You're supposed to store them in an airtight container, but I also left them in the oven overnight to cool down really slowly, like you do with egg white meringues. And I don't know if that was strictly necessary for this vegan one. because they're just the tiniest bit tacky. They're still pretty good though. Yeah. Dominate. Oh. This is a little bit tangled. There it goes. Man, this album is not very long, and every single song on it is superb. But we've come back around to Jackson Brody.
Which
Good.
album is it?
Oh, of Sages and Saints, the Kinstone album.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I have that playing on repeat. I actually think that I've
That is a
managed
good
to
album.
put it on repeat for real instead of the album just ending and me going, oh, we have lost our soundtrack. Taylor, thank you for your resubscription to the Zeldathon community stream channel. Thank you so much for your continued support. Vegan meringues. I made them with aquafaba, which is the liquid that canned chickpeas, garbanzo beans, come packaged in. You can actually use that as an egg substitute. And so you use it in place of the egg whites to make meringues, and it whips up. Takes 15 minutes to whip. But when I doubted it, I pulled out my hand whisk and I whisked a little bit. And I was like, okay, this is aerating some. It ended up stiff peaks and glossy, just like you expect a meringue to be. By the time I was ready, and I popped it all into I piping bagged them onto my Silpats, and I baked them last night, and I took them out of the oven this morning. And what was really cute last night, tucking Gus into bed, he was like, he always wants to, his last word is that he wants to say goodnight to me. So then Annie got him all situated. He got to read in bed for a little while. She did lights out with him, and then he's like, can I please see my mom? And I went in there, and I was we were just reviewing his day. Like, I'm really proud of you, and you should be proud of yourself for trying 3 new foods all at the same time at this meal. And I appreciate you doing that, because this is like a goal that I've set for you in your life, and I'm glad that you're on board with this, me making you eat things kind of dynamic that we have as your mother and my son, you know. And he said, I'll try one more new food, right? The cookies. This stinking memory gets me every time. He's so good. How long does it take to, like, the dance? Like whip and nay-nay? Yes. But that was very cute. And also, he the other thing that was so sweet that he said, was I had mentioned that at some point he should try tuna fish, because you can make it into tuna salad, and he really likes egg salad. And he said, I don't think I'll ever like tuna, and I don't think I'll taste it, Mom, but I really like egg salad. And I was like, good, because I have hard-boiled eggs for you. And he said, thanks, Mom. I'll have egg salad for dinner. Yes, they took a long time to whip. They took 15 minutes to whip, but it was worth it. And the stand mixer did most of the work. I used reinforcements to my thank you for reminding me and bringing me back into the wordplay. It's easy for me to forget what I say, especially when I'm streaming.
Man, poor Inka. She's tried to get me to like fish, but it's just not in my wheelhouse.
Gus also said, he's like, I'm part vegan, right, Mom? And I was like, you eat meat? He's like, yeah, but I only eat pork and chicken. I'm like, buddy, you're an omnivore. Just accept it. You're not a vegan. I would need you to taste tofu. Ever.
I'm part vegan on my dad's side.
Yes, that ended up being the, because he was like, you're half vegan, and I'm like, okay, sure, I'm on the like doesn't eat entire food group spectrum because I don't eat meat or fish, but I would say that I'm far from vegan because I really, really love cheese made out of milk from cows.
1/4 vegan.
I like gelato. Gelato isn't vegan.
Gelato isn't vegan?
I love that movie.
I still need to watch that movie with Inka. I have a lot of movies I need to watch with Inka.
Dealer's choice. We're going with this deep, deep, deep dark green. Oh no, we
I
already
feel
did
like
that.
we might have lost Anka. She's been really quiet.
Maybe she went
no,
to sleep. Oh.
I'm working.
Oh, you're working. Okay.
Chicken isn't vegan. Exactly.
Chicken isn't vegan?
Love that. Love that one. Is it a good time to do? Yeah, we can do this color again. We can come back around to this. And then I have these other 3 that we haven't used at all yet. But they're gonna be some recurring
Bread
themes.
makes you fat?
Exactly. When I waited tables, we were called waitresses. It was the kind of establishment where we were not garnered the neutral position of being a server. One of the other waitresses was like, she would catch me like eating dinner rolls in the back room. She's like, "You're gonna get fat." And I was like, "One, get compared to you, like you are just, don't turn sideways. I can't find you in the restaurant." And 2, like, I was a teenager at the time. I was like, I still have some metabolism in me. Please leave me alone. I love bread. I will continue to enjoy it. Please let me be.
I will, like, there are definitely a few restaurants that I'm very looking forward to things going back to normal simply to get their bread. Like, there's a gumbo place that has, like, this garlicky butter that they put on bread, like French bread, and it's really good.
Yum.
I mean, admittedly, I could probably go in there and not eat there. Like, they have carry out.
Yeah.
Might do that at some point. But I'm also trying, I'm trying to eat I'm trying to lose weight, which I'm accounting for. I was thinking, I'm saying that, but also I'm planning on getting Wendy's for dinner. But I'm accounting for it, because I also am finding out that being a large man, when I'm more active, which I've also been trying to do, I can eat a lot.
He's gonna walk to Wendy's, and then by walking to and from Wendy's, he will have earned the Wendy's on the trip.
I mean, probably with the distance, but I'm not going to actually do that because it's a busy road.
Yeah. Scott Pilgrim is your
But-
favorite video game movie. Scott Pilgrim is my favorite comic book movie. Love it. My Scott Pilgrim quote that I like to use all the time is, "Next time I'll be deadly serious next time." So I will become truly flustered, and then I will pull that one out of the hat.
Also, Captain America is in that movie.
Yes.
Or he was Captain America. He was the second evil X.
Yes. Captain America was in that movie. So was Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's Envy. Yes, after watching the Olive, setting to task my roommate, not forcing, but encouraging me to systematically consume the Marvel Cinematic Universe, to catch up with her. And then I watched, like, the time that I watched Scott Pilgrim after doing that, I was like, why is there so much overlap? What are you doing here? And then also like, wow, you are such small children. This is so sweet. Another villain was Superman, right?
Yeah.
And then Rushmore's in it, which is hilarious. That's not his name. What's this? Jason Schwartzman? Is that what his name is? Shout out to Toronto Appreciation of the movie.
True.
I love that. I love that
Man,
movie.
what a good movie.
For me, it's a good date movie because it's pretty light, but it's kind of long, but I've also seen it a ton of times, so like,
It doesn't like take up a bunch of attention.
well, like I won't be disappointed if I don't pay attention to it, right?
Right.
It is Jason Schwartzman. I'm bad with names, Monica. Names are hard for me.
You'll have to give me the tour when I finally visit friends in Canada, which was a plan for last year, and that's how that worked out.
Yeah. Well, that was not on you.
Yeah, for sure, but still.
Do I just... Yeah, let's just do this. You only know him from the amount of Wes Anderson. When I was in college, there was a fella that looked a lot like Jason Schwartzman, and so our nickname for him was Rushmore. And we had a very special dynamic, me and Rushmore, because he was really jealous of me because he really thought that my boyfriend was the bee's knees. The only problem for him was that my boyfriend doesn't date dudes. He's my ex-boyfriend. Like we dated for like 6 months in college. But at that point, we were a couple. And this poor man just couldn't get it into his head that he had a crush on a man who was never going to return his affection in that regard. But it made him he was so mean to me because he just wanted to steal my man, and it was comical to us, basically, just like the extent of his misunderstanding. And then one of the mean things that this guy, my boyfriend, did, that I was like, we were at the end of our being able to stand one another because he was kind of meaner than I wanted, was that he decided he was going to email this guy a coming out letter. And I was like, that's mean. Like, that's just cruel to do. Don't you like stringing him along on purpose just to see what he's going to say about it? He's going to say that he's still in love with you. That's not nice. But
Yeah, I'm not.
we
I'm
called
not a
him
fan of
Rushmore.
that.
Hi, just Monica, says Elizabeth.
That's that's in the vein of the going up to a person and telling them that you think they're cute and then being like, haha, just kidding.
Yeah, that's not okay. Like, this man has his heart on his sleeve already. You don't have to go up and like break it on purpose.
Right.
Don't be mean. Do that kind of stuff inadvertently.
Right. Like, I obviously try to avoid it, but
Yeah.
the one thing with, I've been very clear with the number of people that, Scott Pilgrim is, like, my favorite movie, and I had a friend that I was fairly certain that his wife wasn't a fan of me, and, like, he was flipping through the channels and came across the movie on TV and, like, said, oh, this is Hipster's favorite movie, do you want to watch it? And, like, not even looking up to see what it is, she's just like, no.
Oh.
And he told me about that, I'm like, alright, okay. Cool.
I've
But
I
it
have
was a
heard
bit-
this anecdote. It's almost
Yeah. funnier
funnier knowing that it's Scott Pilgrim, which is a universally like palatable movie.
I mean, I have thoughts about her. She's very basic.
Oh.
It kind of fits into, like, the stereotypical, anything, tall leaf of grass gets cut kind of perspective, I think. Anything outside of just the norm isn't acceptable.
How boring.
Like, he was, I remember he was, really big fan of, Pokemon, and, played the Pokemon games, and apparently she just had, a breakdown or something because, she was so embarrassed that her friends knew that he played Pokemon or something like that,
I have
and it
choice
was,
words
so
for people
immature
like
or whatever.
that. Goodness. People who make you embarrassed for liking the things that you like. Not okay. Not cool in my book. You're not hurting
Especially if it's,
anybody.
the person that you're, married to.
Correct.
Come on.
Correct. I have a friend who has an ex like that. She's like, you don't mind if I'm gonna... If you train somebody to apologize in advance for doing something because they like something, that makes me upset.
Mm-hmm.
Like, are you cool if I wear a graphic t-shirt when we go to this thing? I'm like, it's a convention. I'm gonna be in a cosplay. Like, are you gonna be
Right.
embarrassed that I'm gonna be running around like dressed as a gender bent whatever, you know? With like excuse me. Yes, you can wear a graphic t-shirt if you want to. There's no rule that says that you are not allowed to like the things that you like. If you are not hurting yourself or other people, where's the problem?
Right.
I love Pokemon. I've been around Pokemon since Generation 1. I am finally playing my first Pokemon game. And it's Let's Go Eevee. And we play 45 minutes at a time, maybe once a month. You miss MoJo cosplay. I'm cogitating on what I can do, or should or could do in terms of cosplay coming up. I have ideas. It depends on what segments get submitted, obviously. But I have some ideas. And the cosplay, like, we are in the same room as my cosplay collection. It is just that this room has the nicest closet in this wing of the house. And it is all full of 12 different versions of Zelda.
I'm really excited for the upcoming marathon. I got a segment submitted that I'm not going to talk about publicly yet, but I was really excited for it and it got accepted.
Love that. Gonna be playing a Lego game with a 6-year-old later. Yes! I love Lego. I love video games. I'm more at home in like this space, graphic t-shirt, emoji, memer stuff than I am whenever I'm at work. I'm shy at work. Unless I realize that somebody else is a nerd. And then I'm like, on the down low, let me tell you what I do for fun. I tell people what they should do with their generosity. And I do it by, like, eating food when people make me. But that sounds weird. Hang on, let's go back. I do marathons, but not the kind that involve running. like please don't mistake me for an athlete. I do marathons in terms of, like, the duration of time.
Like, that's something that's interesting to me, is just the fact that, like, my mom, I've talked to about, like, Zeldathon and Pokeathon and, like, just kind of, like, this realm of things. And, like, she's like, no, it makes complete sense, totally get it. But, like, she's talked to some of her coworkers about it, and they're just like, why would you pay money for people playing video games? This is so weird. And, like, it's just so bizarre to me, because it's like, why would you, but then, like, turn around, hey, do you want to donate for me, like, you know, to run a marathon or something like that? Like, an actual legit marathon. And it's like, there are things in the realm of that are similar to what we're doing that are just, like, more socially acceptable because, like, you know about it, but it's equally strange that you're just kind of doing random stuff and people donate because it's like, you know, you're exerting yourself to encourage people to donate.
Yeah. And I would argue that our kind of marathon is a little bit more entertaining than...
Oh, for sure, 100%.
As a couple of people kind of sprint/jog/walk past you. Yes. Let's never forget the corset that almost killed you. I wish to hear about the nearly deadly corset. Are we talking about the time that I happened to be wearing a corset and I sustained a personal injury during a marathon? Is that the one that you're thinking of, Herb? Because I hate to break it to both of you. The corset was just there. It was not actually the insulting agent. Yeah. No, I have a particular coworker with whom I would have multiple conversations that ended with, I don't really understand how this is entertaining to you. And I'm like, we're the same age. This just is proof that they're like, we have different interests. Your interests more align with what people think of for like a postdoctoral physician to like. You like wine tasting and art galleries and standing around and talking with other adults and going, isn't that interesting? And I went to wear a cat one-piece pajama outfit and run around pretending to be Danny DeVito and playing video games. Like, it's just different. We're just different. Yes, I was injured by the couch. That particular couch had 2 cushions, and the spot in the middle between, like, couch position 2 was not very comfortable, and I sat down on it very hard, and I hit myself in the tailbone with the supporting bar of the couch, and it was very uncomfortable, and I happened to have a corset on when it happened. Yes, you can love all of those things, but I was like, I don't yuck your yums. I don't really like the taste of wine. I have it sometimes, and I'm kind of particular about it, but I definitely don't want to go and like be at a winery and have a bunch of different wines and figure out which one I'm gonna buy and have at home later. I'm not interested in that, but I'm not gonna tell you, I'm not gonna disparage what you like just because I don't understand it or like it for myself. Come on. Yes, I was injured by the couch. It was terrible. Sometimes, isn't Jiggy doing a podcast talking about video games, but also all of the people on the podcast have an adult beverage? It's called Margs with the Boys.
Like Margs with the Boys, yeah.
I would happily wear a cat pajama onesie and act like Danny DeVito in an art gallery. Nice. I don't mind art. I don't mind art galleries. I have seen some really cool ones. I've had the opportunity to see some really amazing, incredibly famous artwork in person. When I lived in Spain, I got to go and see a bunch of Picassos in person, and that was really cool. But I still think of myself as being like a sit at home, watch television person. $78 plus 67 rows. We're getting there. We're getting there. Favorite place to vacation is Disney World. You'd rather travel around the world to Paris or Rome. They have Disney's in Paris. You could do. Why not both?
I know this for a fact. So it was funny. One time that I went to visit Inca, we found out that I can actually get direct flights to Paris, and then the
Nice.
Paris airport has a train station that you can get in, and it takes you, like, one of the train stations that the Paris one goes to directly is like right at the border between France and Belgium. So I'm standing in line to get through customs, and I'm like looking around, like I think I didn't have that. Also, I'm having a little bit of anxiety talking about standing in a line, but but I'm looking around and I'm seeing a few people up in front of me, and I was like, there are a good number of people wearing Disney clothes. And then, like,
How could that be?
more people get in line, and it's yet more people wearing Disney clothes. And I'm like, I know Disney is popular, but this seems like way more people wearing Disney clothes in this line to just be a coincidence. And then I'm like, what is going on? And then I messaged Ink and I was like, there's a Disneyland in Paris, right? And she's like, yeah. I was like, oh, that makes complete sense.
You mentioned Disney,
What?
and we have materialized Ilya. Welcome, Ilya.
Did we materialize Ilya, or was she here and ceased lurking once Disney was brought up?
Thank you for resubscribing to the Zeldathon community channel as well, Ilya. That's so kind of you. All the subscription, like the $5 that you give for your subscription, and so the 50% of that cut that goes to the Zeldathon team, that is put into our operating budget so that we can like pay for servers and like materials to support the mission statement of the team. So things that help us to do preparation for different marathon events. So thank you for your kindness. That actually, like, that's good. We have a budget, and we have a person who's in charge of keeping track of the budget and reporting on it in our staff meetings.
Wasn't there something ridiculous brought up where they were
jet?
like, "Hey, Rob, yeah, I know a jet was one of them, but I think that there was something that was like sort of in the budget, like could realistically be in the budget number-wise, but also would just be an extravagant expense that shouldn't be in the budget."
I don't remember. I just remember the jet.
Yeah, I remember jet.
Was my idea.
Yeah, I
Still
know
think
it was
it's a good
your
idea.
idea.
We have the other cats.
I also have cats.
She,
Can't see them. but
she.
they're here.
This is the one who will. She'll actually stay. She'll hook her little foots into my clothes, and she'll stay in scarf mode. Look, Ma, no hands.
I'm clicking through chats and I'm just getting a reminder that I need to start working on bumpers.
You don't think that I would wear a onesie and a corset at the same time? That sounds like a challenge.
Sounds like a challenge without much payoff.
Yeah. Yes, it's my void cat. Okay, you have engaged your cat brakes in the back of my shoulder, and I appreciate you, but you know this is okay. Here, just we live here now. This is what she likes to do. She likes to get inside my bra and sit on my ouch. Sit on my chest and shoulder and hang out.
Okay. She's making things.
I
She's like,
see.
I'm too busy.
Liz is like, I do it. I would wear both. I'm like, which is weirder? Which is weirder to? Because the corset I own is goldenrod. It's like a bright yellow, so it would look nicer with my otter onesie. So I could put Finn in the Telma costume. Okay, Neko. Come here. Please stop this. I love you. Can you please go sit on the couch? Say hi to our friends at home. Oh, no. Other shoulder. You find a corset more comfortable than a modern bra. I find that my posture as a modern human is garbage as compared to the one that is required to wear a corset. So I find that the discipline. Hey, all right, we've disengaged. There we go. We are not in violation of the TOS. Excellent. Finn cosplaying cosplay. All right. A well-fitting corset should not be uncomfortable. It's not uncomfortable. It's nice. I just can't get into it by myself. A corset requires backup. You want a corset? You're a bit of a challenge to corsetize at your budget. I'm a bit of a challenge to corsetize at my dimensions. I'm cylindrical. Like, seriously, like my measurements here at my waist and at my hips are all basically the same. I'm just kind of cylinder. And people forget that women come in that shape. And by people, I mean clothing people, fashion people. Hello, I'm sorry I was late. I was busy getting vaccinated. Ora Morgan, you have an excused absence if we get to see your vaccine card. And by we, I mean I take your word for it. And I hope your cake is delicious because you deserve a treat after having to get an owie shot.
100%. Oh man, I got vaccinated this week too. I'm so excited. And more exciting, I have the second shot on a calendar so I can look at it and stare. Feel like it's coming. Feel it.
I get so excited. Seriously, keep it coming. Every time one of my friends get vaccinated, you pop into chat and be like, hang on, I just want to dominate the conversation for a second. I got vaccinated against coronavirus. And I just want everybody to take pause and appreciate the kind of future that we're in, that the pandemic can have an end point because we have got mass vaccines available. I love it.
Absolutely.
Do you need to wear your purple corset and fox onesie for the Among Us tonight now?
I feel like this is a rhetorical question.
You're not able to get vaccinated just yet in your state. It's coming. President
Yeah, like a
Biden
lot of,
tweeted
like,
about
the
May
posi-
1st, so.
Yeah, a lot of positive news is coming out that a lot of states are moving to just open up eligibility to everyone. And I feel bad flexing with
Monday.
in the room. and she's involved with it, and they're being harmed in their ability to progress by the US buying up basically all the vaccines.
Yes. I'm still on the lookout for a vaccine trial for school-age kids in my area because there's enough that we disagreed on that I have an ex-husband that I raised my child with. But this is one place that I'm confident that I can say, hey, I want to see if we can get our son a vaccine. And the answer would be, that seems like a wise choice. If you can make that happen, please make that happen.
Right.
Yeah.
Get vaccinated, kids.
Yeah.
I'm waiting. I'm hoping. It looks like you're knitting a bowl. It does look like I'm knitting a bowl. I am knitting with a bowl. I am knitting a tube. See? It's hollow. We're about 2/3 of the way. Here's
I
a...
want to see both of the people in this chat this year get vaccinated.
Yes.
Yes. Fun fact.
Yes.
All three of us already got our first dose,
At least.
Yeah.
at least.
I mean, I do whiskey business, so I might have been one of the first members of the Kinstone team that was able to get the vaccine. It has not changed, like I fly once a week for work, and so the new announcement is, please continue to wear your mask over your nose and mouth for the duration of the flight, except during the moment where you are actively taking a bite of your snack or a sip of your drink, and then put your mask back on over your nose and mouth. Please do not remove your mask until the flight attendant has passed your row during the service portion of our flight. And, this applies to even those of you who have been vaccinated against coronavirus, or those of you who have been sick with it in the past. Like, I don't care what your circumstances are, wear your mask.
Absolutely.
Wondering how long that rule will be in for planes.
Yeah. And then people with their states opening up and saying that it's not a requirement, then throwing that up in their face and making a mess about it.
Yeah. Like, state institutions can't, enforce things when the state has said it, but federal institutions have to. Various members of your family seem violently against the idea of the vaccine, and this infuriates you because you are nothing if not logical and scientific in your thinking, and they all seem to be very against logic and science. I'm very sad to hear about that. I'm elated that if there's anybody who is against vaccines in my family, they have not been vocal about it, because they would probably be taken onto a specific altar of science and then be ritually sacrificed in the name of science. Whatever. Like, that's a hill that they're welcome to try and die on, but I am very well fortified in that fight. You're worried your state is dropping the mask mandate too. Mine did. Mine already dropped it, and a lot of people have not changed their behavior. So there's the vocal minority of people who were going out and doing whatever they wanted, and they didn't care, and they were selfish, and they didn't think that masks were necessary or worked or whatever. Those people were continuing to do what they were doing. And a lot of people are still I know they're not mandatory, but I'm gonna wear this. I am waiting for the time where someone comes up and then assaults me physically by trying to take my mask off, because I will drop kick a mother. And then I will call the police, because I'm a white woman and I can do that and not be at risk of danger, and say yeah, this person grabbed my face in public without my consent. I'm going to make trouble for you, and I would like to file a report for assault. I will absolutely do that, and I will cry while it's happening.
100%.
LOL, yeah, my parents probably aren't getting it. Oh my gosh, Luke, do you want different parents? I wouldn't give you mine. Mine are vaccinated, but that's not enough of a reason to pick them. But if you want different family, let us know. You have found us, and we were happy to be your family. I don't know that I want to be your mom, though. I'd rather be friends with you. partner's mom wasn't going to get vaccinated. We told her she's not coming in the house until she does. Yes! Yes. There were...
Yeah. Like, there was another one that I watched where they got, like interviewed a bunch of skeptics and, like, listened to just kind of their thought process. And, like, one that kind of got me was the number of people who are like, I don't know, like, the science, we don't know the long-term side effects, you know, maybe I might die from it or something. And then they got somebody that was like, well, okay, counterpoint. What if, like, certain countries and businesses, specifically airlines, started saying that you have to have a vaccination passport to be able to travel? And, like, a lot of the people that were like, you know, I'm not going to get it because I'm worried for my health and safety if I get the vaccine because of, you know, long-term side effects, are like, yeah, no, I'd get it if it meant that I could fly and travel. And
The
I'm like,
long-term side effects of infection are more known, and they're real bad. This makes me so livid.
like, I think Lindsay was saying that somebody that she knows was saying that and I think I've heard a number of people that are like, oh, I'll just take my risk with COVID rather than the vaccine. And I'm like, the whole point of vaccines is that it's a lesser version of what you'd have if you got COVID.
Exactly. At
Like the
best.
disease.
And that's for all of them. All of them are like this. For anyone who is having vaccine hesitancy and wants to hear from a scientist about this, all of the vaccines work to reduce the severity of the coronavirus infection that you then you succumb to, whatever one you end up getting. So, my chances of getting any sort of infection from coronavirus are predicted to be about 5% chance of getting infected at all from any exposure, given my vaccine status. Then if I am infected, the chance of that being a serious enough infection to require me to be hospitalized or maybe kill me is 0. It's 100% effective for all of them. All of the brands, all of the companies, whether it's 1 dose or 2, all of them are showing this, like, it keeps you out of the hospital, it keeps you out of the morgue. That's worth it. Like, 100% chances, you don't bet against that. Like, oh. My phone wants to tell me that someone's on my porch, but I hear my roommate checking the mail. You don't think your dad just wants to live in some alternate I Am Legend universe or something? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that you are stuck with that dad. Liz had her first dose this week. Second dose is in 3 weeks. Your partner is fully vaccinated. Both of your mothers don't want it. So I did this when I had a newborn. I said, you can't, like, these are the vaccines you have to have. I had my son, his winter birthday, so I was like, you have to be flu vaccinated if you want to see my baby who can't get the flu vaccine this year because he will be too young to get it. Full stop. Like, it ain't happening, friends. And if I had, my dad was like, what do I need? And I was like, what do you have available to you? He's like, should I get the shingles vaccine? And I was like, yes. I would like you to not be in the hospital trying not to lose your life savings because you ended up on a ventilator.
You shout
Even my sister is vaccinated, and she's pregnant. Like, if you're pregnant, you'll get vaccinated.
If they'll let you, yeah.
There's a very wide gap between being alive and dead. Like, there's a lot of bad things that can happen to you and you still be alive.
And there's like, there are people who their heart function is permanently reduced. Like, you will never reach where you were pre-infection health-wise. Like, your heart will never ever fully recover to the functionality beforehand. Now, this is a measure of the ejection fraction, which is how hard your heart can squeeze blood into your circulatory system, like how efficiently and effectively it does its job as a pump. And that can be reduced for the rest of your life. You can have lung scarring for the rest of your life. So the comfortable, quiet, deep, effective, functional breathe in, good oxygen, breathe out, waste product carbon dioxide may never recover to where you were prior to infection. Versus the vaccine might not do anything, or maybe it will prevent that.
see the common unnatural makes of like the closest vaccination location is about 2.5 hours away. And here I am living in Flanders where people were super mad if your vaccination center was any bit further than a 20-minute drive away.
My roommate drove 5 hours one way to get her vaccine. She's going to drive 5 hours one way to get her vaccine again whenever she gets her second dose.
Yeah, I mean, the U.S. has a different scale for what's a long distance for driving, where, like, living in Belgium, like, I think we've been, like, I think when I was traveling to visit the first time, I was like, okay, there's 2 airports that I can drive to. Which one's the closest? And you're just like, both of them are not far away. It's Belgium.
Both of these are good
Like,
choices.
people were so mad that we were only gonna have one vaccination center in our zone, and that would have been 30 minutes away for the people living the furthest that are in our zone. They were like, no, how can you do this? Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, my drive was
That
about
was
30
funny.
minutes. It was a little bit funny though, because like I called a while ago to get on the wait list, and I became eligible and had to like jump through hoops as a person with a chronic condition to actually get my sign-up link, because they didn't do things based off of the honor system.
Yeah.
You actually had to go through your doctor, and I was scheduled to get mine this week anyways, and then I got called on Monday, and they were like, JK, we're calling you on the wait list. And I was like, well, I have an appointment on Thursday. Do you want to just like call someone else? And she's like, no, I have you on the phone. Just get here. I want to get this vaccine.
Oh, I completely get the mood of that woman. I completely get her.
Right.
I get the feeling.
Well, I was just gonna...
No, you come here now.
30 minutes is less
Well,
than it takes
so
you.
like
Yeah,
my thought was the fact that, like, you know, I'm gonna, like, if I get it now, they're gonna still have an empty spot on Thursday, so they're gonna have to fill it. But I guess, yeah, I guess if they like delete it, they still have the like swaths of people that are becoming eligible that'll probably come on the website and be like, oh, well, this slot that I signed up for is open when that person's taking the effort to sign up for it. So I guess I get
like,
it more.
I completely get it. I completely get that.
yes. Like, can you get here in the
Being
next
able to
hour
fill
is
in
much
slots,
easier than
yes.
like, well, in 48 hours we have an availability. Can you rearrange your life around that? And some of that's, I mean, honestly, some of that's privilege. Like, you're working from home, you've got a company that understands and has a little bit of flexibility. You don't have to like arrange childcare. Like, that's awesome.
Right.
And like, yes, do that. I got my dose. I was scheduled to fly out of town, and they're like, this is our first day. We're looking for volunteers so that we can like show like, hey, look, this process works, and like the flow of people through the stations and stuff, and also to kind of like, you know, champion the vaccination process, because this was back in December. So like they'd just gotten their sweaty little fists on a couple of vials of Pfizer dose. And I was like, how does one volunteer for this? There's no way. There's no, like, the waiting list is going to be months long. There's no way I'm going to be able to get in, because it was like 36 hours beforehand. But I was working in this really tiny town, and so I talked to the right person. She said, email this person, or, you know, I can give you their cell phone number. And I was like, that feels invasive. Never give anyone my cell phone number just because you know it. And I emailed, I was like, hey, you know, I'm available that day. Is that something, like, do you still have any slots or anything like that? And they're like, sure, absolutely. I was like the 4th person to get the dose. They were still like asking for people to sign a waiver that said that they could do photography and they could like use it on the website for the facility. Like, hey, look, we have a vaccine process now. Look at this person who you can barely distinguish their features because they're wearing their PPE. Look, but you can tell deep down, you can tell that person's smiling because they're getting a vaccine against COVID. And that's just like privileged, fortunate. I work in healthcare and was sufficiently nosy when somebody said vaccine. I did the suspicious, what was it? Was it the little groundhog gif? Drove to get the office.
The shocked.
Yeah. The suspenseful. Like, if we had cubicles, I would have propped my head over the top and been like, I heard vaccine. Is somebody ordering pizza? Yeah, like, it would have been me. I would have been there. So.
Yeah, suspenseful gopher.
Oh, you had a contract nurse do your shot? Yes. Yes, I travel for my job. I like it. Initially in the lockdown, it was, see, these are little, they're a little bit tacky, as you can tell on the, 2 of these cookies have adhered to the wax paper. They're yummy. Hipster mentioned bumpers. That's another thing that I did this week, is I ran around with my camera and talked to myself in the corner of the park for some videos that we're going to use for the next Metroid Marathon as bumpers. Ordering a pizza with pepperoni, mushrooms, and vaccine. Yes!
Man, if only they could make vaccines, like, available in pizza form.
Oh man, that would be great. Oh, good news about vaccines, by the way, is that the Pfizer vaccines, I think, just released that they can be stored in regular freezer temperatures and not super freezers.
That's excellent news! Luke says the military is running your mass clinic. It's very efficient, LOL. They try. It's one thing that the military prides themselves on being able to do. It's so good. Argotlem's like me. I think GIF, but like people just the inventor says both are right. Chaos is queen here, so yes, Inca.
It's funny. Recently, like we've been doing the oldest demographic in the past like 2 weeks, and on their invitation it says, make sure to wear comfortable clothing where your arm is easily accessible. All the oldies coming in with layers of clothing and a button-up shirt. No, that's the opposite of what we wanted.
I did that though when my son went for his flu shot. He was wearing a pair of pants, and I was like, oh, I could have planned this better. You get your shot in the top of your leg. Like he gets it in his quadricep muscle. So I was like, okay, now you have to take your pants halfway off, and then you have to get a painful thing happen to your leg, and then you have to let me put your pants all the way back on, even though you've decided that your leg no longer functions. At least until we get to the parking lot and you can walk on the raised curb again.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Kids are magic. I love them. They're so neat. I have got a void cinnamon roll. I don't know if you can see
Man,
it.
I should make cinnamon rolls.
There she is.
Ow. Should make cinnamon rolls too.
Yeah.
She's a burnt cinnamon roll.
Like, I like baking, but like in the size of batches that I have to make, like it was most reasonable when I was commonly interacting with people that I could just be like, hey, 10-ish people that are over at my house, I have cinnamon rolls, take them from me so I don't eat them. And it has only been me, and I don't want to eat all of the cinnamon rolls that I would make in the time frame that it would take to eat them in a reasonable amount of time.
Yeah. I made banana bread, and my trick was I left town and I left the banana bread at my house.
Well,
like,
you also
"Bye."
have a roommate and a child that remains in your house.
I have a roommate and I have a child and I have a nanny. And my nanny has a roommate, but my nanny's roommate is vegan. So I can't always schlep food on them. The weird sweater shimmy to get your shoulder free. Yes. I wear shirt sleeves as part of my work uniform, so it's really easy to be like.
I will say that was one nice thing about them taking forever to make at-risk people eligible in my state was I got to wait until it was warm weather and I could go in shorts and a t-shirt. It made getting a shot very easy, and I didn't have to like super try and like roll up my sleeve or like wear a coat or a t-shirt under my hoodie.
Right. Oh, I was talking to my sister-in-law about being spoiled about working from home. And then I extrapolate this too. I wear a uniform for work, so like I don't have to have work clothes. She's like, yeah, I used to wear slacks every day and a button-down shirt, and now it's like I wear a polo and jeans to tell my brain that it's a work day. I'm like, oh, you wear jeans at home? That's novel. I don't do that. My roommate gets up and gets dressed for work every day. She is disciplined to do that, and I'm like, if I sleep in my sweatpants, can I still wear those sweatpants the next day? And the answer is only if Gus doesn't realize I've done it, because I don't let Gus wear the same clothes for more than 24 hours. So I have to set that example for him.
Yeah, I probably should have done a better job this year of dressing up for work, so as to have that. But like, so I guess the main thing is that I've heard is just like make sure that you have some sort of like routine, and like I make a point to like disassemble my setup for having my laptop set up and like putting the laptop away in a drawer when I'm done with work, and then it's like when the laptop's put away, work is done. When the laptop is out, work is started.
Yes. Having a routine, whatever it is. And for some people that the signal of getting dressed helps them. But it's the routine. And I am wearing sweatpants. I'm wearing Zeldathon sweatpants right now, actually. The ones with the Zeldathon down the leg, and I'm wearing slippers. But I'm also wearing a t-shirt, which I don't usually bother to wear t-shirts, particularly these ones, because I have to air dry them. So it is special whenever I wear them, because future me is going to have to deal with this laundry in a more kind of specific and annoying extra work way. But yeah, I get around all of this by just never, like, I don't own any clothing. I own nothing nice. I just wear like yoga pants, sweatpants, plain shirts. Your work clothes are waiting for you to get ready for work. Until I have to put them on, it's whatever I went to bed in. Yes. We've started this routine where on the weekends, Gus doesn't have to get dressed on Saturday. He has to change his pajamas Saturday night. If he slept in them Friday night, he can't wear them through the entire weekend. But I do let him stay in his jammies on the weekends, especially, if we don't have anywhere to go, which is, this is true and has been true for like 14 months now. You're not leaving the house. Just stay comfortable, whatever. Be comfy. And he's like, I get to stay in my jammies tomorrow, right, Mom? And I'm like, yes, baby, you do. So put on clean underpants tonight so that you can just wear what you're wearing. We'll just get up and brush our teeth and feed the cats and have breakfast, and then get about, find some Doug VODs to watch or something. We're in a button-up dress with really great pockets. Yes! I wore a dress with pockets the other day when I was doing my video stuff. I own clothes, I just never wear them. Hello. Do you want to show the stream? Yes. My roommate just got a present. This is her birthday present. It's a Winter Soldier backpack purse. It's so cool. She's so excited. You can see just the side of her arm jumping up and down. She's so
The
stoked.
sliver
It looks
of her
so
arm
good.
is very excited.
That's nice. The seams are so nice on that. Very cool. So that's what you're doing on your lunch break is switching purses, huh?
My 15-minute break.
Oh, on your 15. You're not even gonna wait till lunch.
Who do you think I am?
Yo! Aura says yay. Ilya says ooh. Liz says ooh. Yes. You know what? I should get out of my pajamas. You're welcome for the inspiration, Arget Lamb. Go put on some workout clothes. They're comfy like pajamas.
Activewear.
Yeah. Athleisure is what I refer to it. We're gonna button it. Like, can contain a Nintendo Switch, but not can completely conceal a Switch. Those are some serious pockets on a dress. That's awesome. I can put my phone in this and my phone doesn't stick out of it pocket on the dress that I was wearing because I was doing a journalism bit for one of the skits that I was doing. I was a journalist, so I was out there with my microphone, with this microphone, holding it in my hand, dressed up. You're probably joking, but actually putting on running shorts instead of pajama pants. I'm not joking. I next time I'll be deadly serious next time. No, serious, yeah. My roommate laughing at Scott Pilgrim from the other room.
We do a
I need to pick a
thingy.
green. Activewear. The skirt you saw that can in fact fully contain and conceal a Switch, and it was amazing. Oh my goodness, that's so cool. Oh, Ilya, I have something in the mail for you. I don't know when it's going to get there because international post, but be prepared. And if they try and give you money, they try and make you give them money, tell me and I will send you some, I will reimburse you. All right. We have about 80 more stitches, 80 more rows to do. I'm trying to figure out what color to do next. I haven't used this color in a while. Let's find some of this.
Pardon me.
It's 55 out. You're gonna let some air in. I'm gonna use the rest of this brown too.
We have,
Ilya
like, a
made the
big
mistake of giving me her address once. This is your fault.
I've kind of thought about taking advantage of the fact that I know some people's addresses and sending them baked goods.
I do that sometimes. I'm half tempted to send you some of my surplus Girl Scout cookies, hipster.
I would love that.
Excellent. Well, now I know what I'm doing on Monday after
Send
school.
him veggies.
Go
He
to-
needs more veggies.
The veggies don't go in the mail very well. They spoil. They're perishable. Cookies are shelf
He
stable.
needs more veggies.
I have veggies in my freezer. I just need to make them or have someone here to make them for me, which is the big thing.
It's 13 at your house? That's awesome. It's solidly in the 20s. It's like 26 today.
It's gonna randomly be 23, a high of 23 tomorrow, and then we're going to have Sunday be a high of 11. I'm like, what are you, weather? What are you doing?
It's apparently going to be really
hate this.
stormy all week, but also still in the 80s Fahrenheit. So, you hate to say it, MoJo having your address equals surprise stuff. Why do you hate that? Just a surprise. It's like this is just the reality of the situation. The problem is I don't confirm with people. Sometimes I'll be like, oh shoot, Betsy's moved. I can't send this to Betsy's address because it'll just go to appearance. It literally snowed theirs. Oh, 25 but blustery. Oof. Oh no, cat on the power button. That's the pits. My cats are too lazy for that. My cats, however, think that they're physical therapists. I'm in physical therapy. I had an injury a couple weeks ago, so I'm doing some physical therapy. So I do my exercises in the living room because I've got that's a room with a lot of space to stretch out on the floor. And like, you just have to say yoga, and the cats are just like, hello, yes. Would you like to position yourself in your uncomfortable stretch, and then I will position myself underneath your body in such a way that you will kill me if you roll back over? Yes. If someone is complaining about you sending stuff. Yeah, I don't think she's complaining. I think she's just not expecting it. So the call outs. It snowed. I hate snow. I don't miss snow. I live in Texas because we don't get snow here. And then we had snow in February and it
I was
was
gonna say
a
and then-
disaster. It was really dangerous and things like we thankfully have recovered. And my electricity bill for February and for March was $55. So I'm not even getting like gouged by the electric companies. We came out
Excellent.
relatively unscathed. We lost water for a week. And there for a while the internet was not trustworthy enough for my roommate to actually like log on and do her job from home. I mean, Bassoonify is so good. This isn't him anymore, but he was last song. So I have this idea for a submission for the next side quest. Can everyone keep a secret? I have an idea of submitting a game, and then instead of using the soundtrack, seeing if one of my musician friends will then come and play music during the stream. What do you think of that?
That's exciting.
Like that.
That might be fun. Maybe we could make it a donation train, and as long as the donations kept coming in, there got to be music, and if there wasn't music, you were just stuck with me in silence. I don't know. That might not sell well. Inka, do you have any plans for this weekend?
I'm gonna iron clothes.
Nice.
Usual.
That is
usual
basically
weekend.
my usual weekend. I also have D&D on Sunday.
It's exciting. I need to follow up with people and push on doing D&D.
I have never been a part of a like D&D campaign before. I've played like single night stuff, or I had a character that I put together and rolled, and that kept on as an NPC. Like the DM liked my character
that's so
enough.
cool.
Yeah, I was super flattered. He's like, we're just gonna, the group is a little small. They kind of need a tank. We'll keep your barbarian. It'll be great. And I was like, yes,
Aw.
I'm so flattered. But I've never played like beyond one nights, and part of it's my availability, and then part of it is I feel like I missed like the bar of entry. Like I missed getting in on the bottom floor, and now I don't think I can ever get in. Unnatural
I
20 says I
disagree
missed
with the
D&D.
second point.
Yeah.
Or it says weekends, your weekend plans are lots of rest. I am having a birthday party for my darling friend who's in my isolation pod, Catherine, tomorrow. Catherine from the Kinstone team. And then I'm going to be on the podcast on this channel tomorrow night. So tomorrow night at 6:30 Eastern, we're going to be having a live recording of First Time Donor, the Kinstone team podcast about charity live streaming. And that's super cool. I get to be a part of that. And then on Sunday, if I'm not done recording stuff for Metroid Marathon bumpers, I'm going to be doing that. You just remember you're supposed to run a session tomorrow. I'm so tangly. Oh, we have 2 cats now. Hi, Papa. Yeah, come on, babe. They're not usually allowed to hang out in here because I don't like having to clean this, scrape cat hair off of this couch. You remember your gnome wizard becoming a tank when you split the party? That went well. Oh, I bet that went great. You leave your motor running, cat. I can hear you all the way across the room. You reverberate. Oh. Nice. I have not been disciplined about watching stuff. This is why I like to watch things like all at once. I watched an entire season of Unsolved Mysteries on Netflix instead of being like, oh, this show is on Thursday evenings. I'm gonna forget about it on Thursday evening. Come on. The true knot in this cord. Let's go. Come on. Come all the way outside. This song is such a banger. Holy crap. There we go.
Everybody loves Bob and the Goblin.
Just be like me. Zero forward planning. Wing it! 2.5 hours. Have the players latch onto a character who doesn't even have a name. Hi, Orion. How are you? I'm well. You solved your programming puzzle. Congratulations. I'm doing great. I have been handed the reins of the Zeldathon community channel for this morning, afternoon. I get to wet everyone's whistles for Friday Zelda streams because tonight is going to be an Among Us stream for Catherine's birthday. Catherine, who is an incredible player of that particular game, is super excited, and I think that she's already got dibs on her playing as her favorite color character. Write down the quick name you come up with so you'll remember it next time. Remember the lyrics to the stupid song you had the bard sing because they're gonna want to put it on his epitaph. Time to sign out. Babysitting comes soon. Godspeed, Unnatural 20. It's been a pleasure having you with us this afternoon. Thank you for spending some time with us today. I'm still working. I have 173 rows done on this scarf. Out of, I need to get 233 on this counter. So we're getting pretty close to the end.
Man, I'm really looking forward to getting my burger for dinner tonight.
Nice. Gus is having hard-boiled eggs.
Fries
Oh,
were
you had
nice.
fries? Man, I'm looking forward to getting Belgian fries hopefully this year.
I hope this year. Almost hit the counter again. I would have been very disappointed in myself again. Oh, I had a spam call. Someone was on my porch and I've gotten a bunch of emails. One of which is work related, and I will take care of it later. It was a simple solution in the end, and you avoided 2 thunderstorms. Good job. Good job. Down to the floor with you. Oh, this brown green looks so good with this bright kind of spring green. That is a nice combination. Oh, I put them away. I was like, I can show you Catherine's birthday present. But she just, she might see this, and she'll get it tomorrow. We'll just get that taken care of tomorrow. You're waiting for your yarn to come in before you get working on your prize. Excellent. I'm glad you had a good week. What's the best thing I can knit? The coolest thing I ever made was a sweater. I knitted a sweater whenever I was pregnant. So I made it to fit my baby. And I guessed on what size he was going to be. And fortunately, yarn is very forgiving because I had guessed that he was going to be a big baby, but I also knitted it really tightly, and so it ended up a pretty small sweater, but he was a small fry, so it fit him. I knitted, I think Lindsay Pez has it. I knitted a constellation shawl. So what is a big lace shawl. It was a full circle, like a huge round piece, and it had beadwork to show the different constellations as viewed from the northern hemisphere. So the pattern wasn't like, okay, every X number of stitches do this. It was like every single row was unique from the rows before and after it. It was super duper cool. Oh, Herb says he likes the blankets that he commissioned for me to make for some people who had babies that were in his life, people who were special enough to get a hand-knitted present. I mean, the link hat that I make for all of my Zeldathon friends, kind of as a hug to wear on your head, that's a kind of a super cool one. I have this really cool blanket. If you want to see, it's like queen size. It's gigantic. It's just this sea of green. If it weren't textured, I could hang it up on the wall and have it as a green screen. It's pretty cool. Keep trying to figure out if I should put that in a parcel and send it across the pond to my friend Rob, who really likes the color green. Because it might be a big enough blanket for him to cuddle in, because he's a tall fella. Yes.
Rob, tell us how excited you are for a green marathon logo.
Yes. I lack artistic ability and don't have a 3D printer. I envy those that have those things in that order. I think a 3D printer is an opportunity. I don't have that kind of creativity. I have this. I'm working on some honeycomb lace right now, which is kind of cool. I'm making it's called Honey from the Hive is the pattern. It's a bee and honeycomb themed lace shawl. And I have finally figured out how nope, that color won't look nice there. I have 2 stripes of this color already. I do not. Okay. We'll do some of that too. Yes, the 3D printer, it's a matter of, like, that's a fiscal thing. Lacking the creative component is trickier to fix. I think it's cool. I mean, I think anybody who can play music this well and comfortably that they would share it with other people is really cool. I haven't played my instrument for almost as many years now that I did play it whenever I did actively play a musical instrument. You're supposed to be sewing scrunchies, but you don't have white thread. Oh no! Yeah. Kind of want this one. Oh, that's the same. These are the same weight. This color is the same weight as the next one. Do I want to have something? No. Let's do it. Let's do this one. Let's do this kind of tealy green. Where's it? Where's the end? Used to play drums in marching band and concert capacity. The marching was for a grand total of 1 year. Fair. I marched for 8 years because I did it in college too. I had a lot of fun because I wasn't in the school of music, but I still I had a good time playing with these people who were destined to become, these performance majors and these music education majors, these people who were going to bring music to people for enjoyment or education for the rest of their lives. You're trying to finalize what you want to send in, Twister. That's awesome. I was messaging Trina, the prize person, and I was trying to figure out kind of like what colors should I make because I can make a scarf that's kind of Mario colored. I can make a scarf that's kind of, themey that way. And, I using the other side of this. No? We'll be fine. Just trying to come up with, like, ideas. And then she sent me one of the games that's on the core list has, apparently there's like a mascot side character that's just 2 colors. And so I'm going to make a scarf that looks like that. I can't remember the name of it exactly. Oh, yeah. Part of it was you like to sleep and part of it was unsavory company. I appreciate whenever people have the capacity to escape unsavory company. I know that it is not always possible for people. Just throwing yarn on the floor. Oh, I'm supposed to hydrate. You want to get an orange, lavender, white, space-dyed yarn and make the missing nose scarf. That would be so cool. Here's your ASMR. I only have carbonated water to hydrate with. It's close.
That's some good ASMR. I'm here for it.
I'm a big fan.
The ASMR I'm getting right now is I'm putting some.
Uh-oh, did we lose Hipster?
Get on the way.
You're putting some what away?
I'm putting water on my electric kettle, and
Ah.
like it makes a noise as it's like warming up the water,
Oh.
and it's a good sound because you know tea or coffee's on the way.
Yeah. You randomly drop stitches on purpose for the full-on glitch look. I made the Clapo Tea. It's a drop stitch lace pattern where the trick was you did a yarn over where you were eventually going to drop, so you had complete control over what was going to happen. That sounds like a really cool show. That's awesome. Come here. Stay in here so you don't keep tangling yourself. Thank you. Let's do another row of this. Like that. I love some of you folks, especially with names that are less familiar to me, showing up talking crafting, because maybe you saw the Zeldathon was in the directory as being a crafting stream today. Time is an illusion. Lunchtime doubly so. That is a quote from a movie and a book and a TV series and a video game. Oh, I was DMing with Ilya as well. I have preemptively scheduled some time to take over the channel again in a couple months. That time is going to be for video games instead of crafting, though.
That's exciting.
Same.
Can we
Argyle.
have spoilers on what video games?
Nope.
Ooh.
Nope. But the goal is for that. I want to be one of the ones to open up the donation window for side quests. So I'm hoping to stream in mid to late May. It's the furthest you've ever planned. Girl. I know what bed my son is sleeping in every night until mid-August. Just based on custody stuff. You know nothing. Love it. Oh, it's so Smuggly. She knows nothing. I told her what to put on the schedule, and I said that it was going to be a good time. I got the idea from Jamie. So if that gives you anything to kind of think on.
Oh, is it drinking Dr. Pepper?
Yeah, I'm gonna just drink Dr. Pepper as a video game.
Oh,
It's Pepsi Man reskinned with Dr. Pepper. And just me.
Excellent.
Vacations, you planned vacations a year in advance. Yes.
Peppermint.
Let us just take a moment to appreciate that this is row 269 of the scarf completed.
Nice.
You planned your wedding 4 years in advance. Excellent. Because it took that long to figure out how to get it done. Yeah. Let's see. I bought the dress that I ended up wearing for my second wedding. 6 years? 4 years. Four years before I met the man I would marry wearing that dress. So, I saw it, I said, if I ever get married again, I'm going to wear this dress. And I did. Please do not tangle up in the spinny bit of the knitting machine there, earbud cord. Thank you. Again, to remind everybody, hashtag Stop Asian Hate. AAPI organization is a charitable group that permits people to, in supporting them, they can then support the Asian American and Pacific Island community whenever they are discriminated against, bullied, caught up in mistreatment based on the color of their skin and their genetic national heritage and origin. What was I doing? Donate. Oh, Twister got it. Boom. If you're interested, your donation will be matched 2-to-1 today for this stream. Because I said I'll match everybody's donations, and then Hipster said, "Yeah, that seems legit. Let's do that." So, and then I'm also going to donate $300 for a 300 row scarf, which we are approaching the end of here. We're getting pretty close to the knitting machine portion of this, and then we'll do the handwork stuff. We'll decide if we want to do that on stream or if everybody's feeling it's been so chill that everybody's ready to go rest or change gears. Yeah, that's probably enough of this color. Let's do some more of this really bright springy green. Please donate if you can. This cause is very personal to Ilya. It is also very personal to me. My son is Pacific Islander. His dad is Filipino. That makes him Filipino. So it's subtle. When you look at him, people mistake him for a white kid pretty easily, but that's not his background. And we would be devastated if his dad were the victim of a hate crime, or his grandparents, all of the cousins, just because they look different just because there's something about their culture that's different from your culture. That's not enough reason to harm somebody or to prevent them from having success. That's good. Thank you, Argetlam. That's awesome of you. That's good. And then let's figure out what color we want to end on. Why don't we end on the same color we started with? Yeah.
Also, even if it's subtle, the people who would make those kinds of decisions don't really need a lot to go off of to make bad decisions.
Yeah.
They aren't the most rational people.
We're living through a lot of history these days. It
I'm
bites.
tired of living through history.
Ba-ding. Oh, Lim, thank you. $20 from Limberidiel. I'm sorry. But thank you so much, Lim, for your donation. $20. That's going to be $60 towards stopping Asian hate. And a cookie. The alerts work! Alright. This is going to be the final stripe here. This final stripe is going to be in honor of Lim and that generosity. $224 on this counter, and I need to get to 233. Oh, please do not be tangly. Please and thank you. This is an interesting choice, my friend. Please, I just want like 12 rows. Please. Please help. So tangly. How in the world? Thank you, Hermione. Bindi Irwin had her baby. Oh, that's so cool. That's awesome. Congratulations to the Irwin family. I hope the baby is healthy and mom and baby are doing well. How am I gonna resolve this particular twist? Can I keep delaying the inevitable long enough? Oh, tangly. Tangly, tangly. Where do you factor in to this whole operation here? Other free end of this yarn. Please don't make me untangle this entire thing this direction. That would be somewhat of a pain. Talking to yarn, just like you do. Like you do.
Like you do.
Bargaining with it. moment I need to be seizing? No. Is this the moment I need to be seizing? Please? Just untangling. We really are. We're doing this. We're unraveling this entire thing from the far end. Oh,
Excellent.
please. We are not making a bigger mess. We're undoing a mess. Right? Hipster, do you have any plans for the weekend?
Not off the top of my head. I've been contemplating going and purchasing a bicycle.
Ooh.
There's a bike shop in our town, and I've just kind of been putting off because the weather's not gotten for the better consistently, where I'd want to go out and ride on trails. But my birthday's coming up, and I think I told my mom that, just hold on to whatever money that she's planning on giving me for a gift, and then just giving it to me to pay off the bike.
Nice.
So I need to look into that. But beyond that, I think I'm going to probably work on talking to people about D&D stuff.
Fun.
Because I'm trying to organize some stuff with Zeldathon folks who haven't had a chance to try out D&D, to give them an opportunity.
That's fun.
So I need to push on that a little bit.
Get Maria
And,
involved.
cleaning some stuff around the house as well. But yeah, I think those are kind of the key things that I'm thinking about.
Nice.
Oh, and I'm gonna make homemade pizza.
Gonna make
probably
pizza!
Pizza.
Yeah, this weekend.
Right.
Make some dough from scratch. Got mozzarella, shredded cheese,
Nice.
tomato paste, and pepperonis. It's pretty good.
I do a yeasted crust, that recipe that I got from my mom, that's super straightforward and so delicious.
Yeah, absolutely. It's like yeast, dough, water, some salt, olive oil. It's
Yeah.
really good.
It's a nice enriched dough. Maybe that's what I'll do next week when I'm at work. I'll watch some British Bake Off. That show. We're so close. We're almost there. Just slouching now, getting all bad posture cozy. Come on. Is this the magic spot that's gonna solve all of my tangle problems? No. No, I don't even. Come on. I want to pull this one. Which one is this? There we go. This might be it. We might have done it together. Your power of concentration. Yeah, this. I I have gone full yarn vomit. It is now all over the office. It's just like it's got a big twist on itself. I'm certain there is no one to blame but myself. Come on. Oh, secondary tangle. Come on. Come on.
Oh, I'm probably gonna play the new Monster Hunter game that came out.
Yes.
We've got a. Actually, I'm definitely going to because we've got a segment. I think we got 2 this weekend.
Yes.
Yeah, we've got Monster Hunter with Narvik on tomorrow at 1 Eastern and Sunday at 1 Eastern. I'm probably going to be involved with that and then probably playing with people outside of just that and on my own.
My girl.
Because
We did it.
I've started. What was that?
We did it.
We did it!
I can knit again.
Hey.
Yay!
I'm playing some Monster Hunter Rise, correct?
Correct.
Nice.
But I've been playing it and I've been having a good time with that, and also given the fact that I'm gonna have people to play with, I might finally play a class that I've been interested in, but is more inclined to being a multiplayer class,
Okay.
because it's all about like buffing up your team. So definitely for multiplayer, but also they made changes to make it better for single player too.
Incredible. Come on. Come on, yarn. One more row.
One more row.
There.
One more
Boom.
row. It's like Civ. One more turn.
You did it. Now let's take it off the machine. There we go. This scarf has been a fantastic journey today. Turn it inside
Awesome.
out so that we can see you in your glory. There it is. So here's all those gorgeous colors. And we raised $165 during this stream. So that's also wonderful and exciting news. I think I'm pretty much done for today. I will finish the scarf off camera. I'm ready to kind of change gears, do the listening instead of the talking. But it has been such a pleasure, and thank you to Hipster and Inca for spending some time with me this afternoon. It's been such a treat to get to be with our friends. I think, is there anybody who can raid? Because I think we should go raid another.
We can raid Sab.
That's exactly who I want to raid. I think we should raid Sab Irene. She's a musician, friend of ours from the Kinstone team. Thank you for having me. Thank you, Ilya, for letting me have some stream takeover time. Ilya coordinates all of the community stream team usage. So thank you for that role that you fulfill so nicely. Thank you to my friends from chat. Thank you to my friends from Discord call. Thank you to everybody who gave some of their attention and their money to stopping Asian and Pacific Islander hate. And let's go ahead and say bye to us and hi to Sab Irene. Just tell her that we're just sending her a bunch of positivity from the Zolathon community. It'll be great. So take care.